We smoked last week. Smoked the Imperial Stout along with the Buried Hatchet Stout beer, and it was a home run. We stumbled out of here happy as pigs and shit, and we just couldn't get over the medley. I mean, you know, Tuttle couldn't get over as a Buried Hatchet drinker that back end bite, which is not a bad thing at all. It's just a characteristic of the beer. How, you know, he's been drinking it for a while now, and paired with the Drew Estate cigar, gone. That bite was gone, and that's like holy shit. These things actually are doing what they were blended to do. It's a beautiful thing. And tonight we're going to continue on our Smoking Monk adventure. Tonight we are smoking the Drew Estate Smoking Monk American IPA. Like the Imperial Stout, not a lot has been revealed about these cigars. Nicaraguan filler and binder, I believe. Only unlike last week, which we had a fairly darker shade Maduro wrapper, which is the outer wrapper on the cigar. This week we are definitely looking at a Connecticut shade wrapper, which that should excite you.
Oh yeah, my favorite.
Cody's a big Connecticut shade smoker, much more so than Tuttle and I. We kind of, as Tuttle said last week and raised my bells, he gravitates towards the darker stuff. But we just lit up, and we're pairing this tonight. So that's all we know about it to this point. We just lit up, and Cody, if you could tell us a little bit about what we're drinking tonight, we can get this party started.
The cigars for IPA, that's what we have. We have the Sierra Nevada Brewing Company's. This is their Torpedo Extra IPA. On this one, they basically, I don't understand too much about it, but they have basically created a little device, what they refer to as a hop torpedo, which is trying to do is to imbue the beer with all of the flavors that you get from the hops, but without adding the bitterness. And they've rated this one down to probably around 65 IBU. So it's
for the listeners that don't know the IBU scale, what is
the
bitterness?
Go down to 1. There's no bitterness. You go all the way up 100. It basically just gonna burn your tongue, as someone would say about.
Higher on the scale, the more burn, the more.
That's right. The more bitterness. But and this one, like I said, it's about 65, and it's really good. I mean, I love IPAs. I drink them. I drank them too much, so I had to actually stop because you can't. After a while, you can't taste anything other than an IPA.
Yeah, I'll tell you right now, I am not an IPA guy. Only recently have I started going to IPAs. I'm more of a stout person. So it's kind of been an interesting little journey. Usually I don't like being punched in the face by hops, and that's usually what I would give with it.
And if I'm understanding correctly, this hops torpedo is sort of like a superconductor, like in all the movies where this thing is spinning millions and millions of hops at a rate so high, and it's infusing this beer with just billions and billions of hops.
It's like a centrifuge, and it's like
a centrifuge of just a massive amount of hops.
I don't know much about the technical side of this, so I'm just going to say it's a torpedo.
Could the hops torpedo somewhat lead us into a Pandora's box of black holes and cosmic destruction? And
that would be nice if I could get that out of a beer.
A hop super collider.
It'd be nice if I get that something out of aside from like Steel Reserve for once.
Well,
I don't think that's the hops torpedo.
That's just you and Steel Reserve, though.